You know, I was super excited for this year's Summer Game Fest live show because of how amazing the Game Awards was last year, but I'm sad to admit that overall, it was quite disappointing and underwhelming. Yes, the games shown were cool and all, but mostly it was smaller scale or anime looking games. Don't get me wrong, those games look good. I do love indie games and I am happy that they got the attention they deserve because most of us wouldn't even realize these games existed, but there should have been bigger games. More hype moments to get us excited sprinkled in the show. Thanks to Capcom who came in swinging big and saved this boring show. If it wasn't for them, this would have been a massive letdown. Anyways, in this video, I will go over my favorite games that were shown from Summer Game Fest 2025.
Sasaki Ganryu.
Capcom came in strong with Onimusha Way of the Sword getting a new gameplay trailer. This game just looks so freaking good. The combat looks slick, the graphics were insane, like RE Engine is really a magician's hat for Capcom. Every modern project with that engine produces magic and it looks stunning. I cannot wait to play this game and get into the Onimusha series. I had my eyes on the older titles for some time now and maybe now is the time to play them. The monster designs and the boss battles all look stellar. The only bad thing about it is that this is coming out next year. But yeah, I'll be there day one.
So thank you. We're good for today.
Okay. You skipped ahead. No spoilers, I guess. Hideo Kojima brought the intriguing looking clip from Death Stranding 2 which looks great, but I'm already excited for the game. I needed more gameplay to be honest, which we are definitely getting later.
My answer is
Atomic Heart 2 got announced with an amazing looking trailer. The tone of the game and the trailer was very retro-futuristic with steampunk elements. I was seeing a lot of creative designs and I was locked in when they started playing Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. If you have a Queen song in your trailer, I'll most likely end up really liking it. Song aside, this trailer was really cool and when they revealed it was Atomic Heart 2 at the end, I was really surprised. Yeah, I'm already liking the concept.
of a new era. The era of
Atomic Heart 2?
Heart
Damn.
2.
Because it felt like the first game came out like a year ago, but it was more than 2 years ago. But hey, I'm not complaining, it was a really cool game and I'm really looking forward to the sequel. The same developers of Atomic Heart 2 also revealed a game called The Cube. It's an MMORPG on a giant floating cube and set in the world of Atomic Heart. The gameplay looked really fun, but I need to see more from it in the future. Out of Words caught my attention with its stop motion clay animation. This looks so good. I feel like we are getting more games that are stop motion these days and man, I'm all here for it. This game looks so unique and different, it is also co-op. It definitely stood out as one of the best of the show. Lego Voyages was another game that caught my attention. It's a 2-player co-op game set in a world that is entirely made out of Legos. It is from the developers of Lego Builder's Journey which always had my attention but I never got around playing it. So with this game's announcement, I will definitely make sure to check it out as well as check this cute co-op game as well. Co-op games are making a comeback thanks to Hazelight Studios. And with this many studios making co-op games, they all look creative. The industry really needed this co-op push, because it was lacking for so long. Street Fighter 6 announces Year 3 characters with a silly looking trailer.
Alex, Viper, Ingrid, Sagat.
They announced My Guy Sagat, Alex, Ingrid and C. Viper. Yet another Capcom game in the show with a memorable trailer. I will definitely check these characters out when they release, and it's good to see Street Fighter 6 still being sported. IO Interactive was present in the show with the CEO of the studio talking about First Light, that James Bond game. But they announced something that was one of the best announcements of the night.
Banker, known only as Le Chiffre.
Oh,
A financial
shit.
mastermind with suspected ties to the criminal
Le Chiffre in
underworld.
Hitman?
He has arranged a high-stake
Le Chiffre from Casino Royale is coming to Hitman today as a free add-on. Dude, oh my god, he is my favorite Bond villain from my favorite Bond film, Casino Royale. And him being in Hitman as a target makes so much sense. They also got Matt Mikkelsen, what a legend. It will be set in a casino in Paris and obviously the freedom to take him out is presented to the player. Also, we will be playing poker in this level as well, which like, okay, yeah, why not? I love the Hitman games so much and these kind of updates keeps bringing me back to them. Check this creepy ass trailer out. Ill from Team Cloud is a realistic looking first person horror game that is clearly taking huge amounts of inspiration from Resident Evil series, especially Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. While watching the trailer I was thinking, is this RE9? Or like a spin-off set in the setting of Resident Evil 7? Like what the fuck is this? But it's a new game and it was scary as hell. Usually trailers don't make me scared, but this one really creeped me the fuck out. With its mannequin doll looking monsters. I don't even know what they were, but I was intrigued. I love a unique horror experience and this trailer definitely sold the game to me.
さあな俺が知りてえや
Stranger Than Heaven. Wow. This new game from RGG Studios, makers of the Yakuza series, was announced as Project Sentry during last year's Game Awards. The first trailer was set in the 1910s and this one is set in the 1940s. And man, after Capcom, this game was the standout to me. The setting was so cool, the details in the environment was immersive and the combat looks very tight. It is slower than Yakuza but still looks intriguing. The game also looks to feature detective gameplay elements, which is definitely an inspiration from the Judgment games. My theory is that this will be set in one century following a man's life and journey and how he made the Yakuza organization that we know in the Yakuza games. That's my wild guess of the day. I don't know the Yakuza lore, but I can see that happening. Either way, even if it's a new IP, it was still one of the best showings from Summer Game Fest and I can't wait to play it. And there it was, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out.
Stay away from that!
Resident Evil 9 title Resident Evil Requiem was finally announced and revealed. The constant teasing from Capcom was so annoying, like they knew what they were doing. The developer even said, give us more time for the reveal. I was like, yo, does he mean like more time as in months or minutes? I wasn't sure if they were gonna show the trailer today or like later in the year, and when Jeff started talking about how this final announcement was from a massive studio, I was building my hopes up for disappointment. Then the trailer started playing.
Grace! Grace! Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
My office.
The graphics looked super familiar. I was like, I know that is RE Engine. But the trailer featured a different tone, so I wasn't sure if it was RE9 or not. Me and one of my viewers in the chat was thinking, could it be Silent Hill? Yeah, I was thinking this is Silent Hill? Imagine it's Kojima's Silent Hills. There could be no way. But no, as soon as I saw the Raccoon City Police Department building, I knew it was Resident Evil and my god, it looked glorious. Or Silent Hill. Has to be.
Everyone's gone.
It is Resident Evil. Shit. Dude, what? A new protagonist, new kind of horror, releasing February 27, 2026. Sooner than anybody expected, yeah. Capcom really wasn't messing around in this year's show. So that was the end of the show, and these were the best games shown for me in Summer Game Fest live show. Capcom really did save it with Onimusha, Street Fighter 6 Year 3 characters, Resident Evil 9, and don't forget Pragmata like a few days ago in State of Play. Their 2026 looks to be one of the best ever. If they weren't present, this would have been a 3 or a 4 out of 10, but with the minute, I will give the show a 6 out of 10. Above average and mostly boring. Like I said, I love that smaller games got the attention they deserve, but personally, I just didn't like the show overall. Even with the games I thought looked fantastic, it was a disappointing show. I'm still looking forward to Jeff Keighley's other shows later in the year, and let's enjoy playing video games because this month is packed. What did you think of this year's Summer Game Fest? Did you like the show more than me? And what games stood out to you? Let me know down below and I'll see everyone in the next video.